Let's do some trading with Mr. Alan Nuckman, joining us this morning, the Chief Market Strategist at BullseyeOption.com. So, Alan, we've been talking a lot about China this morning. Hopes that Macau is reopening, the economy may be stabilizing. A coincidence or no that you're looking at Chinese automakers?
Well, I think the theme is it's not us. It's not the U.S. With the U.S. market, obviously, we're waiting to see if we're going to get a test and or reject of these lows. But I have to dig a little deeper to find some positives in the U.S. market. Number one, we're down about 15% in the last month, let's just say 6 weeks. So risk reward at some point is going to be positive to be buying stocks. And you're also seeing the PE right now here at 15, which is below the 10-year average. The earnings growth, we've got earnings coming up, is expected to be about 3%, which has been whittled down. So it's a low bar to jump over. It was about 10% in June. So lastly, the VIX. The VIX is sitting here at 30, even though we're at the lows, which is 25% off the highs that we've seen. So that's what I'm looking at right now. But to bring it back to NIO, it's a stock that's set up. We had talked about Rivian before. Rivian had rallied to this range top. I'm looking for NIO to do the same thing. It's been trading between 15 and 25 since February. A breakout of that, targets 35, and we were at that level in December.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's a pretty far ways away, though, still.
It is, but even a modest move in the stock, again, 20 is the midpoint of this range. It's been going sideways since February. That's a long time. So 20 is the midpoint of the range. Just to get back to that level, to the 20 level, would push it probably to the top of the range at 25. Now, if that happens, then this option is going to get a good payoff. I'm looking at the January 15 call. Again, 15 is the bottom of the range. It's trading for about 5. It's a stock substitution strategy. It's deep in the money. It's about 3.25, 3.5 in the money. It's got 3.5 months of time, a 75 delta. And if we get back to that 25 level, a modest move, that option gains 100%. That's the power of these in-the-money options looking to go further in the money.
Okay. All right. So you were planning to hold this thing for a bit, it sounds like.
Right. It's a January option. That's 3.5 months. We're gonna get some sorting out, I would see here in the near future, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Now, the question is, are we going to get a capitulation? We've seen kind of a grind down in the last few weeks, but we've got earnings coming up because that could be a positive catalyst. It's got to remind us that these companies, and you just had the Micron estimates, they're making billions of dollars each quarter. So yes, the recession fears are out there, but corporate America is still very, very, very successful as far as what they're taking in. Maybe not what people would want is these earnings growth expectations, but still we're talking about billions of dollars. They're not losing money as we're seeing the kind of mentality here of the stock market.
Okay. Billions and billions. Billions. Never hurts, to have some money coming in, and the economy also maybe kicking back off again. So the problem with these stocks is, it hasn't really seemed like it's been a real kind of fundamental, product issue. It seems like they've done quite well. The sales have been quite good.
Right.
We were looking at the lead numbers also. Stocks up 6% this morning, even as they cut their delivery outlook because of supply chain problems. The market is still giving them a pass right now because I guess it's enough even despite the cut. So, it seems like you're in the right ballpark based on how the market's treating Lee after that number.
I've got a complaint here, my friend. I think what's happening is people are overanalyzing the markets, and they've dug too deep into this, and they're finding reasons that they think that the economy is gonna flip. It's almost as although we are talking ourselves into this negativity in this recession. So if you can look at what the companies are producing and look at the results, corporate America doesn't have the complaints that we see every minute and every day by everybody else.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I like it. Thanks for the trade, Alan.
Thank you.
Buying the long-term in-the-money call for January in NIO. Maybe some inspiration for Lee here having a good day. All right, since we're on a bullish tack here,